Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Hope that you're doing well. Hope that your weekend is off to a strong start. It's a beautiful day out where I live. Maybe a little bit windy where I live, but just really happy to be able to be here with you, to share this time with you as far as our time together with talking about data science and really just kind of helping ourselves grow and helping our knowledge. Um, we should all consider ourselves lucky to be able to do that, right? There's so many different things that we could be investing our time in, but to be able to have the time to develop our skills, very fortunate for us to be able to do that. So for those of you that are new, that are joining me for the first time, thank you so much. I'm still growing at a fast rate, so still getting a lot of new users. But what I like to do is I always like to start off with our global roll call. We like to have people introduce themselves, let us know the city, state, province, country that you're from, and let us know how you're doing, right? No one's going to call on you. You can share whatever you'd like to share, but I'd like to just have people introduce themselves to participate easily, and also to add to the professionalism of the stream, and just kind of help us build the community here. But after that, I also like to do an opening note where I like to, just kind of share some thoughts with you. And then after that, I just take your questions. I'm here for you guys. At the end of the day, I'm here for you guys. I'm here to answer your questions. I'm here to help you out. I'm here to talk about the world of data science. So anything you guys want to talk about, tell me. One of the really fun things for me to run this stream is I like taking on all-comer questions, right? I never know what you guys are going to come up with, and I love that. I really love that. So just let me know what's on your mind. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what's going on in your lives, or whatever you'd like to share, right? So again, please let me know your city, state, province, country. I've already put that in all of the chat, so we should have people doing that today. But otherwise, I'll share my opening note, start filling up my chat. I'm already seeing some people. Kunal, I think it's your first time. Welcome. Success, I think it's also your first time, so welcome. Let me know if you guys have questions. But, for my opening note today, I wanted to talk to you guys about positivity. And I know, it's kind of like a common thing to talk about. But I recently replied to another Instagram post, which I very rarely do. I very rarely reply to others. I just don't have the time to look at other Instagram posts. But there was an Instagram post out there by one of those idiot influencers that I keep on telling you guys about, who gave terrible, horrible advice about job searching. And I made a reply, and the reply, I think I'm up to like 1,200 likes on a single reply, right? It was a reply I wrote in my car while waiting for my coffee, and it got like 1,200 replies. And it was about jobs, and I understand that it's a tough job market out there. I get it, but I got so many people messaging me privately, who, I'm sorry to have to say this, but who have such a negative attitude towards the job search, towards employers, and in some cases towards themselves. And I understand that the job search process can kind of bring you down a bit, maybe cause you to doubt yourself and all that. I get it. I'm empathetic to that. But, guys, you gotta stay positive no matter what. No matter what. You gotta stay positive in your skills, about your life, about your outlook, about your resume, about what you've done. You gotta have a level of a positive attitude to the point of extra confidence, right? To be able to say, hey, this is me. This is my resume. This is my skills, and I can only be me, right? Whoever you are, wherever you are in your career search, that's okay, right? Be positive about it. Be positive. Every single interview is a new opportunity for you to be positive and showcase your talent. Because you never know what interview or what phone call or what resume submission is going to lead to a job. So you can't afford to be negative on any of them. And again, as I've told you guys before, as a hiring manager, the negativity comes across. When I receive a resume, when I talk to somebody on the phone, maybe I'm doing like a phone pre-screen or something else, the negativity comes across. Whether you realize it or not, right? In a subconscious way, you're projecting that negativity, right? So if you take that and you extend it, you're at some point you're kind of as my friend Bobby in Atlanta would say, you're hustling in reverse, right? Because at some point you are killing your own opportunities, right? Because if you're out there trying, but you've got this negative attitude behind it, never going to go anywhere, right? And that's you doing that to you, right? So be positive. Be positive at all times. Because if you're not, and you're doing all these submissions, and you're projecting that negativity, guess what? The companies were right to not hire you. The companies aren't making a mistake. You are. Right? The companies aren't making a mistake. You're being negative. Right? So stay positive, okay? Again, I'm assuring you, as a hiring manager, it comes across when you're making that submission. And I get it. It's your 300th submission. You're tired. You're stressed. All these other things. I get it. But you never know which opportunity is going to lead to that job, right? So you really can't afford to be negative on any given opportunity that comes your way, right? So be positive. Keep a positive attitude. Keep a positive outlook. That's going to help you, right? And it's also good for your mental health, right? Negativity is never good for your mental health, right? So I'm encouraging all of you to stay positive, stay engaged in your job search. I know it's not easy. You have my empathy. I know it's not easy. But you got to do it, guys. You got to do it, okay? So, like I said, I know everybody talks about positivity, but, I've just been shocked at the level of negativity out there, right? So stay positive, keep going, believe in yourself, believe in your resume, believe in your skills, and accept that, hey, I can only be me. These are my skills, and I can only be me, right? All right, guys. So, again, if you're just joining us, please let me know your city, state, country, province. We always ask people to introduce themselves first. I'm already seeing some people in the chat, so let me go ahead and look. Success from Liverpool. Welcome. Nice to see people from the UK. Glad to see that you're here. Success just says, I see. Okay, Success. I'm glad you see. Anything we can help you with, let us know, okay? Osama, our good friend Osama from Satat. I think you're from Satat, Osama. Let me know if I'm right on that. Glad you're here, Osama. Hope you're doing well. Hope you and your family are doing well. I am doing well. Thank you so much. But thank you so much for being here. Kunal from Sydney, Australia. Wonderful, Kunal. I was in Sydney a couple years ago. Loved it. Loved Sydney. I stayed out in the rocks, which is great for walking. It was also great for the ferries, would love to go back someday. I probably will go back someday at some point. Maybe to other parts of Australia, I don't know. But yeah, Sydney's a beautiful city, so hope you're doing well out there. Let us know what you do out there, Kunal. I think it's your first time, so welcome. But would love to go back to Sydney. Lakshmi, did you get lost? You only come here on Sundays. What happened? Why are you here on a Saturday? You never come on Saturdays. Lakshmi says, morning, Dennis. Hope you're doing good. Thank you so much for that. I'm doing well. Thank you. I'm doing really well. You know, it's a beautiful day out. I'm going to take my dog to the park later. And then I got to come back. I got to work on some materials for tomorrow. Lots of excitement forming for tomorrow's Sunday series. So got to make sure I have all my ducks lined up in a row. But I'm doing well. Hope the same for you, Lakshmi. Hope you're doing well. Alton, I think it's your first time, so welcome. Alton from Sierra Leone. Nice, Alton. We've had a couple of viewers from Sierra Leone. Believe it or not, you're not the first one, so glad you're here, Alton. Let us know how you're doing out there. Leo, our good friend Leo says, hi everyone, good morning. Hey Leo, how are you? Hope you're doing well out there in Morocco. Kunal, we asked people to introduce themselves, okay? So Kunal says, well, I guess there's two Kunals in my chat. But Sydney Kamal says, I am currently doing direct master's degree in data science. Will it affect my future employability? In what way? In what way? Let me know. Like, you think it's going to have a negative effect? I don't get it, Kunal. Like, help me know, like, what your concern is. Like, I don't understand the concerns. So let me know. Is it Shuba? Is it Shuba? Is it Shuba? Let me know if I'm pronouncing it right. Shuba says they're from India. Welcome, Shuba. I think it's your first time. Let us know what part of India. You know, I'm always surprised when people just tell me India. India's like a massive country. Like, you gotta let us know where. You gotta take pride in your city and your province, right? But yeah, let us know what part of India, but welcome to the chat. Glad to see you. Manoj, our good friend Manoj says, good morning, Dennis and everyone. Hope you're doing well. Manoj from Bangalore, India. Manoj, you're such a great supporter. Really happy to see you every time, my friend. Hope that you're doing well. Okay, so Kamal says that they're from India. Okay. So Kamal said, Kunal, how can I start something on my own in data science due to family commitments and a continuation of corporate job is getting difficult for me? Having 8+ years work experience in data science. So I'm assuming you mean like some sort of a startup or some sort of like a project, you mean? Or help me understand what you have in mind, Kunal. Like, what's your vision? Like, are you talking about like a remote job, a startup, just a fun project to keep your skills up? Let me know. Let me know exactly what you mean by that, okay? So Success says, hi, as someone new to data science, what type of project should I focus on to improve my chance of getting hired? Anything that you own completely, right? That's the quick answer there, Success. Anything that you can point to and you own completely. So not Kaggle, not some project you copied off GitHub, not you know, like your academic projects, nothing. Something that you can point to and say, I own this project from the beginning to the very end. I sourced the data. I developed a hypothesis. Well, I explored the data. I developed a hypothesis. I worked on this on my own from beginning to end. That's the best type of project. And then make sure all of your work ends with an article that explains the business impact. Not the code, not the math, none of that nonsense. The business impact. That's the best. That's the type of projects you should be working on, okay? Leo says, wow, 1 day away and so many new people joining the community. Nice. Yeah, thanks, Leo. Yeah, we've gotten a lot of new followers. You know, I'm still averaging about 1,000 new followers on YouTube every day, a couple dozen on Instagram. But yeah, it's a growing community. Growing community, guys. I really appreciate everyone's support. Really appreciate everyone being here. Yeah, just it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy as far as the number of people that have joined and all that. Leo says, yes, all good in New York City, Morocco today. All right. So actually, you're only the second Moroccan in the chat today. The Moroccans are a little bit late today. Um, all right. So again, guys, if you're joining us late, let us know your city, state, country, province. We always invite people to join and to introduce themselves. Kind of keep the chat professional. Help us. Let us know a little bit about you. Leo is making a very important point there about community. I like to think that we have a very, very special community here. And most importantly, we look out for each other. We as we say in the US, we take care of our own, right? So it's important for us to look out for each other, to support each other, to help each other out. And, sometimes people aren't always on the right path. So we got to make sure that when one of our community members needs help, we got to make sure that we reach out to them and we support them. And we have empathy towards them, and we help them out. We got to support each other, guys. It's a tough world. It's tough conditions. So we gotta help each other out. So speaking of introductions, I want to reach out to our community member, our friend, dare I say our brother Michael. Michael is joining us. So Michael, I want you to know that we're here for you. We support you. We love you. So Michael, if you're able to give us an update on your condition. I'm sorry, I try to hold it to the very end there. But Michael, our good friend from Nigeria, is joining us. How are you, Michael? Hope that you're doing well. Oh man, I almost made it to the end. Oh man. I almost made it to the end, Michael. Oh man. So Michael, if you want to let us know, how are you? Oh, I almost made it. Michael, good to see you, my friend. So Michael is joining us from Nigeria. If you guys don't know what that's all about, you missed yesterday's chat. But we're sending our thoughts and prayers to Michael. Hope that you're doing well, Michael, and that your recovery is going well. So, oh man, I almost made it to the end. Oh gosh, I missed my calling, guys. I should have been an actor. Casual Economist says good morning. Good morning to you, Casual Economist. Hope you're doing well out there, my friend. Leo says, lol, that almost got me. I was doing a pretty good job there. Yeah, I almost held it to the end. I was trying to not break. Man. Fatima says, I've been here for a while. You haven't read my... Did I miss a comment? I think my software might be acting up, guys, because I think I see... Oh, no. I did miss it. Fatima says, hey, sir. Hey, sorry about that, Fatima. Yeah, you're right. I did miss your comment. Actually, I guess I missed Rex too. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I don't know what happened there. So apologies to both Fatima and Rex. I did miss their messages. Maybe my software is acting up. I don't know, guys. So apologies for that. But yes, good morning to both Fatima and Rex. Hope both of you are doing well. Oh yeah, so I guess there are more Moroccans here then. Not this again, sir. Hey, Michael, you started this. You started this yesterday, my friend. Don't put it on me. Don't put it on me, man. Oh man, I almost got it until the end. I almost got it. I'm disappointed in myself. Leo says, give him an Oscar. I'm getting there. Manoj says, lol. Leo says, I was checking the Discord and DMs to see if I missed. I shouldn't hate you, done. Leo, you were here yesterday, weren't you? Were you not here yesterday? Because when we were talking about that, you know, Michael needs our help. You know, we got to support our brothers, okay? Excuse me, we got to support our brothers and sisters. I almost kept it till the end. Oh, he deserves one, to be fair. Yeah, that was not bad, right? You know, I did all right. Yassine says, hello, sir. Yassine from Tangier. Yassine, this is late, 2 days in a row. What's going on, my friend? Do we need to talk about something, Yassine? Are you okay over there? Iris, we asked people to introduce themselves. Let us know how you're doing. Yassine, the legend is here. We can start the live now. Yeah, we can't start without Yassine. Yassine, you gotta let us know your schedule so we can adjust the live, okay? Leo says he doesn't even notice my absence. You weren't here yesterday? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. I don't know, Lee. I mean, you're here just about every day, so I guess I just assumed you were here yesterday. But yeah. If you guys missed it, you know, check out yesterday's chat. You know, Michael came to us with a very serious issue in his life, and you know, we did our best to help him out, but you know, sometimes people stray. You know, people stray from the flock. People stray from a good path, and you know, you can't always help everyone. You gotta support the people around you, and you know, sometimes you know what they say. You know, sometimes you gotta let people learn on their own. You know, so that's what we're letting our friend Michael do, and we're just gonna let him, you know, come back to the community as he learns his lesson. Oh man, Michael, we're just kidding, man. But that was good. So again, guys, check out yesterday's chat. Just keep Michael in your hopes and prayers, guys. You know, whoever you believe in up above, you know, just keep Michael in your hopes and prayers. Lakshmi says, I was there last Saturday as well. I sometimes join during the weekdays, also listen to all the conversations while doing my work. This time is usually busy for me. So okay, cool. Well, Lakshmi, I appreciate you you know, still following along as much as you can, you know, and I appreciate all the feedback you give during the sessions. Michael says, I will be back tomorrow. Haha. I don't know, Michael. Your condition sounded pretty serious. Are you going to be alive tomorrow? I'm sorry, I don't read Arabic, but we ask people to introduce themselves and let us know the city, state, country, province that you're from. Okay, thank you for that. Sam, our good friend Sam from Bangkok. Hello, Dennis and everyone. How are you? How are you, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Is it Shuba? Yeah, I think it's Shuba. Right? Shuba, did we get where you're from? Okay, you're from India. Okay. My college doesn't offer placement opportunities for machine learning or data science. What steps can I take to increase my chances of getting a job in these fields after graduation? So Shuba, I have an entire video on this, right? Make sure you have a very, very good resume. Have at least 3 people review it, and then have at least 3 projects that you owned from beginning to end, that you did on your own. Not Kaggle, not school, you did on your own. Do not start interviewing until you have both of those things, okay? But that's the best advice I can give you. But go on my YouTube. I have an entire video on this. The thumbnail is there are no jobs, and it's my most popular video on YouTube. So you'll find it there, okay? Chesta says, "Hi, I'm Chesta from New Delhi. I am new to the channel." Welcome, Chesta. Glad to have you here. Lots of new people joining today, so glad to have you here. Vishal from India. Vishal, I think it might be your first time, so welcome, Vishal. Glad to have you here. So Leo says, "Dennis, talking about feeling bad while searching for a job. I think consuming too much content about it can make us feel down. They either make you feel dumb for not applying or bad because they're not hiring." You know what, Leo? Thanks so much for posting this. This is so important, Leo. And I think Leo's 100% correct here, guys. So, if you're in the chat, please definitely give some thoughts to Leo's post here, because I think he's 100% correct. Don't let other people steal your joy, right? Feel confident in your skills and in your approach. Don't listen to other people, right? Don't let them get you down. Don't let them do this, do that. Because the old saying is true, and I don't know if this is an international saying, but in the US we say misery loves company, right? People love to, complain, and they love other people to complain with, right? So don't do that. Don't do that to yourself, right? So just, do the best you can. Be you, be genuine, be positive, and don't worry about what other people on social media are saying, right? That's just going to bring you down, right? It's only going to accelerate you being more negative about yourself, about the job market, about this, about that, right? So I think Leo's 100% right here, guys. Stay away from that. And the same goes for, oh, I heard this company looks for this. Oh, you shouldn't apply unless you know this. Oh, I heard. Forget all that. Be you. Do the best you can. And if you like a job, apply for it. Don't listen to, oh, you can't apply there because this. Oh, that. Forget all that. So Leo, thanks so much for that comment. I think you are 100% correct. And again, I'm leaving his comment up a little bit here because I really want you guys to take this to heart, and just so much negativity out there on social media. And like I said, it's only going to accelerate your own downfall, right? So stay away from that. Don't let them steal your joy. Be positive. Have confidence in your skills and keep going. So Leo, thanks so much for posting that. I'm Aman from Karachi, Pakistan. Nice Aman. Welcome. Maybe it's your first time, maybe not. I can't remember, but welcome. Hello. Can you just guide me about any courses to do for data science? Yeah, Aman, I have a whole video on this. It's actually one of my very, very early videos. It's called my blueprint for data science. You can find it on my YouTube channel, Data Science with Dennis. I have a whole video for somebody exactly like you, who you're in college or you just started college, or even if you're like a fresh graduate, early career. I have an entire video on this, okay? But feel free to check that out on my YouTube, Data Science with Dennis. Leo, thanks for doing hosting duties there. I'm Abdelaziz. I'm from Sudan. You forgot me. I'm very upset. Could you talk about differences between data engineering and data science? There is no difference, right? So remember, guys, the way I see it, data science is the entire umbrella of everything that all of us do. Everything. Machine learning, data engineering, pipelines, neural networks, AI, everything is under the umbrella of data science. Right? That's the overarching group. Because my channel's not data engineering with Dennis or neural networks with Dennis, it's data science with Dennis, because I teach everything, right? Data engineering is one portion of it. And when you think about data engineering, it's mostly about how do you take data from a source and bring it to a project, to a workable state in a project. So that means you got to find the different sources, you got to create the pipelines, and then you got to do the transforms, right? How does the data need to be transformed in order to be ready for modeling, exploration, things along those lines? That's it. Right? And then the data engineering work is usually passed on to like a data analyst, or, or in sequence or simultaneously, it could be passed on to the data science modeling team, right? So that's all it is, right? But data science and data engineering are not on the same level. Data science is above that. That's the overarching umbrella of everything. And then data science is a portion of that. Data engineering is a portion of that. Okay? So I hope that helps you, Abdelaziz. Manoj says that's true at Leo. Yeah, absolutely, guys. I think Leo's 100% correct in that, right? The social media is just negativity, right? And that's why when we have people come in here, because we've had a couple instances where people come in here and say, hey, I got the job, or, I got a second interview. I like to celebrate that, right? Because you guys gotta get behind people like that and see that there are successes happening out there, right? You gotta focus on the positive, right? But yeah, don't let other people steal your joy, guys. Look, I know that maybe this isn't the most beneficial way to go about it. I fully acknowledge it, right? But for me, I'll tell you something. There's a saying I heard a long time ago, and I don't know if it's still a current saying, but it was a popular saying in the 80s and 90s on Wall Street. Like among stockbrokers and people who manage investments and all that. The saying is, the masses are asses. And in case you don't understand that, if you're from outside the U.S., maybe you don't understand it, but it basically means that the average person is dumb, right? You take your average person on the street, they're probably not a genius, right? So that's that's kind of like been like my guiding light for like for a while now, like the last 20 years, however long ago I heard it, right? You take the average person on the street, they're probably a dummy. So why would I listen to a dummy? And then why would I listen to a group of dummies chatting away on social media? Right? That's kind of like the same view I take here, speaking to Leo's point, right? Maybe you didn't get the job because you're a terrible interviewer. Maybe your resume sucks. Maybe you're just dumb and you shouldn't apply for that job to begin with, right? I mean, so that's my view sometimes when I see that, right? When I see all that complaining chatter. Well, I'm a smart guy. I'm probably smarter than that guy. So who cares what that person says, right? So that's my view. I'm not saying it has to be your view, but that's the way I view at it, right? Like I can sit there and I can see this, person after person says, oh, the job market sucks. Oh, this, oh, that. Well, I'm smarter than you. You're probably not a smart person. I don't know what your resume looks like. Maybe your resume is terrible. right? So I'm just sharing that because that helps me. That helps me keep a positive attitude to say, well, you know what? I have a better resume than that person. I'm a better interviewer than that person, right? So I'm just sharing that. Maybe it helps you, maybe it doesn't, but you know, something to think about. Vishal, let us know where you're from, okay? Yassine says, I stayed a little bit late to do a school project with the team. I get home a little later, but I assume full responsibility and I accept whatever penalty is given to me by the high order. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, that's hilarious. Leo, do your worst, man. You stayed late to work with the team? Yassine, this is the team. What are you talking about? Look at the chat, man. You're like a rock star here. This is the team. You should be telling that team you gotta leave early. This is the team right here. But Leo, do your worst, man. Do your worst, Leo. Chesta says, in this career, I have observed people go through imposter syndrome a lot. Even I also sometimes feel the same. So what's your observation and advise as well? Well, I think you're right that imposter syndrome has definitely increased, right? And you know, Chesta, I know you're new to the channel, so I would encourage you to look at actually I did cut and edit and it's going to be posted soon. So I'll post it in the Discord. But we did have a very extended conversation on imposter syndrome recently. So I would encourage you to go back because, you know, I know a lot of people attended, so I don't want to go back over every single detail now, right? It wouldn't be fair to them. But to me, imposter syndrome comes down to preparation. Why do you feel imposter syndrome? Because you don't feel prepared. You don't feel like you put in the work, right? So it's all about the preparation, or it's all about understanding the preparation that you did put in and the hard work that has resulted in. If you can do those things, then it can help you, right? But again, I encourage you to, you know, go back. Well, first of all, keep coming back, right? Because participating in discussions like this helps you in that preparation, right? But I do encourage you to look at that video because we did have this discussion. You're not the only one that's in this position. I get the whole reason we did the question we did all the questions and all that is because I get that a lot. I get that question a ton. But you're gonna you're not alone in that, okay? Leo says that's why the community is important, to keep us grounded and surrounded by the right people. Yeah. I think I think so too, Leo. And that's why I try to bring a positive attitude to the overall chat, right? You know, as I say, I like to ask people to introduce themselves to, you know, keep the chat professional, keep the chat active, right? We ask people to, you know, to bring good questions and all that. And really just, you know, try to keep things positive. You know, I don't discuss politics. I don't discuss, you know, other things, right? I try to be aware of other people's cultures and all that. But yeah, you know, it's a good way to be grounded and positive here in this chat. So, you know, let's keep doing that, right? Let's keep on cultivating that community. So I appreciate the note there, Leo. Casual economist, my accountant over there. My accountant over there is keeping track. Are we doing anything special for 50K subs? I might rent a tux and walk. Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. I don't know. Guys, give me feedback in the chat. So some of you were there for my 10K watch party. right? You know, when I hit 10,000 subscribers, I did have a special stream where I put the counter up. You know, YouTube has a live counter that you can put up. And you know what, a casual economist, I thought about this recently, and I thought, you know, does it make sense? Should I wait for 100K? Because Leo told me I can't open my 20-year-old bottle of Glenfiddich until I hit 100K. So I don't know, guys. Give me a 1 in the chat if I should have a 50K watch party, or give me a 0 if I should wait till 100K. I could see it both ways. I can see it both ways. So let me know, guys. Let me know. A 1 if you want to have a 50K watch party, or a 0 if we should have if I should wait to 100K watch party. 100K, I might wear a tux. That could be fun. But let me know. Let me know. Abhishek says, hi, Dennis. Abhishek from Bangalore, India. Welcome, Abhishek. Currently pursuing my master's in DS in Germany. Loving your content so far. Happy to be part of this lovely community. Well, we're happy to have you. Glad you're here. What part of Germany? Let us know what part of Germany. You know what? I would love to go to Germany. Beautiful country. You know, the last time I bought a car, I ordered it in... It must have been in 2020. Yeah, I ordered it in 2020. And Porsche offers a European delivery program where you could go to Germany, tour the factory, and get the car, and then tour Germany in the car, and then they ship it to you after that. But because of COVID, they stopped those deliveries, and I so wanted to do that. I thought it would have been so cool. But I wasn't able to do that because during COVID, they put a stop to all that. So I might do that for a future car. Mercedes-Benz does the same thing, and Mercedes-Benz will like, you know, they'll put you in nice hotels and things like that. Porsche doesn't do that. Porsche basically says you're on your own, just bring the car back in 5 days. But yeah, Mercedes-Benz and Porsche, and who else? I don't think Audi does it. Somebody else does it. But I would love to do that in Germany sometime. Where, you know, you can go and pick up your car and tour around. Like, I think some of the Mercedes ones, even like, they take it like, because they'll give you the routes. So you can even go to like Switzerland and, you know, in places like that. So I would love to do that sometime. That's kind of like on my bucket list. I'm going to do that sometime, you know, next time I'm in the market for a car. Leo says, we're supposed to be your priority. Yeah, Leo, you tell him. What are you talking about, other teams? We are the team, Yassine. It's just that Moroccans are so hard to convince. Oh, that's not true, Yassine. That's not true. Let us know how why they're hard to convince. Let us know, Yassine. Give us some insight into that Moroccan student culture. I don't believe you, Yassine. What about the Uber self-driving car accident that occurred in 2018? There was no Uber self-driving car accident in 2018. You're gonna have to be more specific on that. Uber didn't have self-driving cars in 2018. At least not fully autonomous. So you're gonna have to be more specific, please, okay? So Leo says, when that hits, take a break and think of what you have accomplished so far. That's what I do. We've all been here, my friend. Okay, so you're referring to the imposter syndrome question. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Cool. Yeah. I like it, right? Think about your accomplishments, right? Okay, so Michael votes for the 50K. Casual Economist votes for the 50K. But Casual Economist, with your vote, you're committing to a tux, though. So be careful. You sure you don't want to change your vote? Um, okay, you meant to. Leo says he meant to tag Chesta. Okay, okay. Yeah. So I don't know, guys. A 50K watch party. By the way, that should be in about 2 weeks or so, roughly. That I'm gonna hit that. You know, if I stay on the same pace. You know, hopefully. I don't know. 50K. It is a big number. 100K just has a better ring to it. But, okay. All right. If you guys have any more feedback on that, let me know. But yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll start a poll on my Instagram, see what people think. I mean, there's 2 votes here. So clearly there's some interest. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But guys, 50K is a big number. You know, I can't thank all of you enough for your support. You know, really appreciate all of you. But yeah, we'll see. Yes, we're planning some lobster and free drinks for the 50K. But Leo, you said I couldn't even open my Glenfiddich. You said that needed to wait to 100K. So I don't know. Kind of giving conflicting advice there, Leo. Let me know if I can open the Glenfiddich for the 50K. Mafood, our good friend Mafood says good to everyone. Good. Hey Mafood, how are you? Glad to see you. All right, so Yassine's going to give us some insight here on the Moroccan student culture. They have a belief that if we don't stay after sessions and do the work, we'll never meet to do it and everyone will have some excuse. Okay. Okay. That's not a terrible rationale. Yeah, especially if we're all there already, right? But you know, group projects are always a funny thing, right? Because I talk about this with my nephew, because my nephew's in college. Well, my niece is in college too. But my nephew, you know, has group projects and, you know, things he has to do in groups. And yeah, it is hard to get students together, right? Especially nowadays with so many distractions and all that, right? So yeah, you never know. Mafood says, same here in Algeria. Just started my last year at my engineering school, setting up and cleaning my dorm room. Okay, so Mafood, you're saying that Algeria has that same culture among the students about staying late and getting it done then. I guess that's what I'm hearing from you. But yeah, okay, I get it. I guess I could see the reasoning behind that. But still, Yassine, don't forget which one is team number 1, okay? Leo says, yeah, you keep that bottle for 100K. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a 20-year-old single malt whiskey, guys. So it is something that I do need to, you know, save for a special occasion. Even though I've had it for a while now. Gosh, I've had that bottle for at least 5-6 years. Something like that. Mafood says, yes, even the school programs are very similar. Okay. Okay. Now, obviously, I know that those countries are very close to each other, but isn't there like a long-running border dispute between the two countries? Or maybe I'm wrong on that. Hopefully I'm wrong on that. Chesta says, thank you, Leo Halfeld. Yeah, I think Leo's giving you good advice, right? You know, focus on what you have done, right? It's so easy to think about, you know, get overwhelmed and just frustrated with all the things you still have to do, but, you know, focus on what you've done, right? And, you know, in a way, it kind of speaks back to the opening note in Jobs, right? You know, just be you, right? Be you and say, hey, this is my resume. This is what I've accomplished. You know, I'm putting my best foot forward in every single opportunity that comes my way. And that's all I can do. Okay? Nothing wrong with taking that type of an attitude. Okay? So I really love seeing all of the new faces. And I want to remind you, or just for those of you that are new, on Sundays, tomorrow, I always like to do a little bit of a longer tutorial. And I've done individual tutorials and I've also done series. Tomorrow, we are starting an entire new series where all of us as a group are going to do a project together, right? So in my mind, the series is about 8 to 10 Sundays. I don't know, maybe more, maybe less. We're going to keep things spontaneous. I like being spontaneous. But I'm going to show you guys how we do an entire project from beginning to end. So I'm going to be like the project manager. You guys are my data science team. And we're going to pretend we have stakeholders or, like we're a consulting company or something else. And we're going to do the project together. So I'm going to show you how we do the planning, how we do the discussions, the ideas, different things along those lines, right? And we're going to do a little bit every Sunday. I haven't quite decided how I'm going to break things up, but we're going to do a little bit every Sunday. And I'm going to basically show you how it's done on a professional level. I posted about this yesterday. I got a lot of good feedback, a lot of positive responses on Instagram. So I really think this has the potential to be my biggest series yet. So you're welcome to attend. I think it's going to be a really good series. It's at the same time that this stream started. 1500 GMT is when I always stream. And, they tend to go long. So maybe you can't join the first hour. That's okay. Come back during the second hour. And then what we'll do is I'll also archive them on YouTube. And that way you can also watch them there. Okay? So, really special series that we're kicking off tomorrow. If you want to see how data science is done on a professional level, guided by me, tomorrow is a really good opportunity to come and join us for that. All right? So I'm inviting you guys to join that, and we'll go from there. Okay? Vara from Coventry, UK. Vara, I think it's your first time, so welcome. Glad to see you here. Mafood says yes, but it's just politics. Algerians and Moroccans are too strong together, so something has to happen to break the nations, I guess. But I personally love Moroccans and consider them as brothers. Cool. Love that attitude, Mafood. Very cool. Michael says, in Nigeria, we have folks who are willing to go the extra mile. Sometimes they can do too much, and also the ones that don't. We also read a lot of theory here. I dislike that. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, if you're disliking theory in favor of doing the more practical stuff, I think that's a good idea. Leo says, should we celebrate 50K subscribers on YouTube poll? Maybe. But my polls on Instagram tend to do better. That's one of the things I'm most grateful for as far as like the growth on Instagram and all of you guys that follow me on Instagram is that I can post a question in half an hour, I'll have enough answers to pick a direction, right? Like I love that. Because obviously I'm a data guy, right? And I let the data guide me, so it's wonderful to have that. So I think I'll put it on Instagram, and we'll see what people say, right? I'd have to think of what I want to do for that, and also, I mean, it's kind of scary to commit to that because, like any of these numbers, the 50K, 100K, like it could happen in the middle of the night, right? Like I'd have to be up at like 3 a.m. Middle of the night for me or for you guys too, right? So yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. But 50K is a big number, and I do appreciate all of your support. Awesome One says, Unstoppable says, This is my first time joining the session. Welcome, Unstoppable. Yes, and as Leo says, please let us know where you're from. We always ask people to introduce themselves, but it's your first time, so welcome. Mafood says, well, my message. No, Mafood, we're seeing your messages. We got you. Leo says I was trying to create. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I didn't know you could create a poll in chats. Okay, cool. I didn't know that was possible. But Unstoppable says, looking forward to session tomorrow. Yeah, Unstoppable, it should be a good session. I mean, keep in mind, it's not going to be a session. It's a series of sessions, right? I think my gut tells me that I'm probably going to be breaking some myths as far as what some people think a project runs like. Because a project at the professional level is a lot of planning, a lot of discussions, a lot of different things that a lot of people really don't take into account. Right? We're also going to talk about agile planning. How do you put together a plan for what you're going to do? Nobody's teaching that, right? And that is something that we do completely away from coding, even from ChatGPT, right? In some cases, right? So, fair warning, tomorrow we're not going to be doing any coding. Tomorrow we're just establishing the foundation, right? And that has nothing to do with coding or models or data science or anything. But that's how you do a project, right? And that's how things are done. So it's not always going to be like, fun at the keyboard, but it's critical. These are critical skills to learn, right? So, keep that in mind. It's going to be a different series, but if you stick with it and you kind of see it for what it is, you'll understand that. You'll understand me more when I tell you, if you're new to data science, why are you jumping into Python? Right? Because that's not data science. That's not projects, right? So it's going to be a good series. So Unstoppable says, I am from Nigeria. I'm currently a data analyst looking to take it a step higher to being a data scientist. So seeing your channel in this community is a great one for me. Thank you. Well, great to have you here. And thank you for that introduction. Yeah, keep on coming back. We keep things positive. We support each other. So keep on coming back. Mafood says, I was explaining how we had similarities and we used to be so close to cross the border and buy groceries from each other. We have the same language and very similar mentality and tradition. Very cool. Thanks for that, Mafood. Appreciate that. Leo, thanks for being such a great host today, Leo. All right, guys. Really appreciate all of you. Really appreciate the time that we spent together. Come back tomorrow. I think it's going to be a fantastic series. We're going to have a lot of fun with it. If you want to start building that professional mindset to projects, tomorrow is the day that you can start with that. Okay. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And just, really going to help you grow in your overall career. Okay. Leo says, I am a great, so humble. Guys, this is why I like my mods, because they're so humble. They're so humble. They're so modest. Oh man, just look how humble Leo is. Leo's just so humble. That's why we love Leo. Unstoppable says thank you, Leo. Yeah, guys, you know what? Shout out to Rex and Leo. I don't think I have any of my other mods in here, but shout out to Rex and Leo. They're my mods. They do it on a volunteer basis. They don't have to show up if they don't want to, but they do, and they help me out. So shout out to them. When you see them, please say thank you, because they really do help me out a lot. But yeah, definitely shout out to both Leo and Rex here in the chat. All right, guys, but really appreciate you. Really appreciate the time we spent together. So grateful, incredibly grateful that I get to do this with all of you guys. So please, who knows where we're headed with all the craziness that's happening in the world right now. So please take care of yourselves, take care of your families. I really hope that you're doing well in your parts of the world, and I'll see you next time.